Hello everyone, my name is Charinel Peña and today I'm going to talk about an important character that during his time made a difference. Uh, I'm talking about Frank Norris. For this exposition, we are going to follow this outline that is composed of the author information, his written works, and the contribution he did in his time. So let's start talking about Frank Norris, who was born in Chicago in March 5, 1870. He was an American journalist, novelist, and a leader in the naturalist movement. Let's remember that the naturalist movement was like it was alike the realism and they were trying to be against the romanticism. He believed novels should confront morality, and that's what he did in his work. Norris started painting in Paris for 2 years, but then he realized that what he really liked is literature. So while he was in working in Harvard, he met Lewis Gate, who inspired him to write. Frank Norris worked in some places related to literature. We have here that he worked as a news correspondent in South Africa for the San Francisco Chronicle, and then he worked as an editorial assistant for the San Francisco Wave. Unfortunately, he really died young. He was 32 years old when he died in San Francisco on October 25, 92, and he died of peritonitis from a ruptured appendicitis. Um, so about his written work, here are some of his notable works. We're going to start with McTeague, A Story of San Francisco, written in 1899. What was really interesting about this work was that he talked about a dentist that started having problems with his wife, and then he killed his wife. So it talked about this story. We continue with the epic of the Wheat trilogy, in which he started talking about the different situation that was happening in United States, economically talking. Here we have that the first book for this trilogy is The Octopus, A Story of California, and was written in 1901. Um, so here we have The Octopus, that in this book he was talking about foreigners and how they did a lot of work and weren't be paying good enough. So the next one was The Pit in 93rd, that it was a continuation of The Octopus, and the last one that it was Wolf, and he couldn't finish it because he died. So this trilogy, it was, let's say that it really marked because I suppose that he had a big group of followers, and they were waiting for the last part of that history, and that unfortunately they won't be able to know what happened next. And here we have the contributions that he had uh, in his time, that he did in his time. He was a leader of the naturalist movement. I already say about what the naturalism movement was about. And he also believed that a novel should serve a moral purpose. I think that in his novel, the one that had this idealism that he had was the McTeague, because he was talking about how a marriage start having problems, and like things can get hard when there are problems. And being a novelist during the progressive era, he was the first novelist to adopt naturalism. Also, we have here that Frank Norris stands as one of the key figures of early 20th century American literature. In novels such as Nactique, A Story of San Francisco, and The Octopus, A Story of California, Norris pioneered the use of realistic settings, violent conflicts, and working class characters, who were often portrayed as victims of their environment. So here we have the two main ideas that he followed, that it was the naturalism, talking about realistic problems, and the moralist, in, for example, the violent conflicts and um, characters that were victims of their environment. These elements place him in the literacy movement known as American naturalism, alongside such authors as Jack London, Stephen Crane, and Theodore Dreiser. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that you could understand a little bit more about this character. Thank you so much.